Cave Squad, listen close. We back at it like a crack addict. It's your man Sir Lance in the house, talking big football talk with the one and only legendary Low D. What's up, my guy?
Big Lance.
Hey.
What up, my dude?
You
know.
That's what we do, man. That's what we do. It's good to be back, man.
Living the dream, bro. Living the fucking dream here.
Yeah, man.
Signing into Reddit real quick so I can put this shit on.
Yo, get your Reddit accounts up. Get your Coinbase accounts up. Get your Robinhood. Everybody hates Robinhood right now. They say that they're big trash, but I still fuck with them. Get your Robinhood accounts up.
Yeah, I fuck with Robinhood too.
Yeah, they just make it dumb easy. I don't care. What, you know what I mean? Like the behind the scenes shit, whatever. Like they make it easy.
Yeah,
get your Robinhood account.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, I ain't get time to get into that. But get your money right.
You know what else I really like is Acorns. I don't know if you fuck with that.
No, I was about to sign up the other day, but they didn't have the automatic link to my checking account. I got that chime bullshit, and they didn't have
okay.
They couldn't link, because you know how you gotta fucking do that fucking login.
Well,
with
you
your
can link
username
with
and
a
password.
card. You can link it to Acorns to a card. Yep.
Okay, I didn't go that far.
And then every if you link it with a card, every purchase you make, it'll round it up to the nearest dollar. Take that change.
But didn't you have to log into your bank's username and password?
No.
Through that, you know what I'm talking about when they be doing that type of bullshit.
Yep. I just had to put my card information in.
Okay, cool. Well, that's even better because I stopped at that point where it said to try to log in because Chime wasn't on there, but I gotta get Acorn.
Yes.
They said if you start using Acorn whenever your child is born, by the time that they get to school, not even retire or anything like that, by the time that they get to school and they're ready to go, you could be sitting on close to a fucking couple $100,000.
Absolutely, 100%.
Like that's crazy.
I did. I started this. I'm gonna just pull it up. I started this less than 30 days ago.
Acorn.
Yep.
All right.
And just from my purchases, it's been
shouts out to Acorn.
$72.14 already. Yep. In less than 30 days.
See, I'm over here acting like that's like unimaginable, but Chime rounds up my change and puts it in my savings account.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
I always get big. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the month, I always got big savings account money, right?
Yep,
right.
Yep. And so far in this 30 days, it's made $6. So it's at $78.14.
That's crazy.
Yep.
And it's just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it just gonna keep going. And then it has a little thing that it'll show you if you keep on this path.
Yeah.
And I have it every other week that it just takes $10 too.
Okay.
And so if I keep on this path, by the time I'm 70, I'll have 145,000.
Wow.
144,580. I'm 30.
I don't understand how legendary that is. Like that shit sounds light.
Right. I'm 31. So by the time I'm 41, so 10 years, there'll be 12,000 in there. A little over 12,000.
Are you able to finagle the numbers right now?
Yeah, it has a gauge that it'll show you.
Can you put like 1 years old? Like if you're 1 year old?
No, because it's negative.
What you mean?
Because I started at 31.
So it won't let you go before that?
Yeah, because I can't go backwards.
Okay.
Just from when you start to the rest of time, basically.
I was just wondering how much would be in there for like a kid.
Oh, if I started my whole life. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
Like if you started an account that you were going to pass on to your kid.
Oh yeah, so it asks you that at the beginning, and you can pick for him, and then it would. Yep.
Y'all gotta set your kids up for success, man. Like, I know our parents, I know your mom, my mom, you know what I mean? Our parents personally, like, they did their best to make sure that we had everything that we could possibly have. And they tried to put us in a decent position. They didn't have the opportunities that we have right
Absolutely
now
not.
when it comes to, like, being able to jump onto your phone. I trade Forex.
True.
I trade Forex, and I'm getting fucking good at it, all right? I made $250 at work from my phone today. You know what I mean? Like it's like that was unheard of and unthought of whenever they were coming up. So if your kid, trust me and believe me, if your kid turns 18 and they're not able to do and make the moves that they want to make because you didn't fucking put your coins to the side,
Truth.
they're going to look at you some type of way.
Absolutely.
We're not going to be out here trying to get loans and shit like that, working our credit at the last minute. Like, you should have been ready.
Right.
Your kid's going to want to go
to school,
wherever.
whatever. Yeah, whatever.
I don't want Marlo to be able to come to me and be like, hey, Dad, I want to go to, Southern California University. And I'm like, well, son, it's a little bit expensive, and I don't know if I can.
Right.
If that's a school that's going to teach him how to video game design or whatever he wants to do. I need to have that bag. Y'all need to have that bag. We all need to have that bag, and it's out there. So educate yourselves
and find it.
Yeah, we're gonna set up another channel. We're gonna set up all kind of shit to talk to y'all about other shit. You know what I mean? Like, but for now, we're gonna get you making money on these sports. We'll keep you making money on these sports. Because this is just what the fuck we like to do.
This is just fun.
Yeah, this is just fun for us. But when it comes down to, like, getting at this bag, bro, so many options and opportunities right now. It's not even fucking funny.
No, it's crazy. It really is crazy.
It's insane. It's insane. That Acorn shit is lit. That's a must-do. I'm doing that as soon as I leave.
Oh!
Who the fuck are these jabronis?
That sucks. I had San Francisco.
5 points. Took the L.
Yeah. I had them on the money line, and they blew it for me.
Bum ass San Francisco, expensive out there.
Bro. It was a 5-team or two, and all the other 4 teams hit except for them.
Come on, San
right?
Fran. What the fuck was y'all doing?
Blew it.
5 bum ass points.
Blew it, and it was $100 bet for like a $200, 200 something payout. Yeah.
They was the favorites like that. Because a $100 bet on a 5-team parlay should have been crazy. You was picking all favorites. Huh?
It was. No, I had one that was a plus 134.
Okay.
And it hit. Yep, that was the only one that didn't hit. What's that?
What made you pick them?
I just seen somebody else picked them, and I was like, all right, let's go. I'll ride with them. Yeah, I'll ride with his picks.
Because I was gonna say.
Oh, it was the dude in that group that we're in Facebook.
Alexander.
Yep.
Shouts out to Alexander, bro. I know you might hear this one day. We'll post it up. Make sure you get your shout out. But
so yeah, he posted
he's a beast.
He posted an 8-teamer. And as of right now, 2 of them have lost. That's San Francisco and Gardner Webb and Radford. So those both lost. Everything else as of right now is hit.
Earlier or something. You
What's
remember that one that he posted earlier?
Yep.
He said, like, I don't usually post, like, or I don't like to post or whatever if I didn't post it for everybody to see.
Yeah.
I saw you posted on it.
Yeah.
It was like, I need these.
Yeah, I was like, I need one for tonight. I was like, let's go. Post one for tonight.
But I know how he feels because, like, when you put somebody on to some shit and then they catch an L.
Yeah, it sucks.
But that ain't on you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, fucking, if you're a real hustler, then you don't give a fuck. I never put the money out there that I can't lose anyway. So
exactly.
I ain't mad at you. You know, I just want some insight because I don't watch college basketball enough to be able to say this team's lit, that team's lit. I don't fucking know.
Exactly.
You know, so
that's
I
what it
trust
is too.
Somebody else.
Yep.
I hit him up for a business move. Think about it, bro. Think about it, bro.
Let's go.
We had some shit crack. We had some shit stirring in the pot. I'm telling you, I was trying to get access.
Right? Full access.
We'll get there.
For sure.
There. No question.
But let's go to this Carson Wentz shit.
Carson Wentz, man, he was Philly's finest out there.
Yeah. They were throwing him to the gutter, though, after this past year.
Yeah, bro, they did him fucked up.
They did.
Yeah, they did him.
They really did, man. And I didn't think he was that bad.
Nah,
like he played bad this year, but they didn't give him shit to work with.
No,
the line sucked. Everybody got hurt. Right.
Yeah. But their backup did okay too. So
yeah, Hurts did good. Yeah.
It's like if you're gonna have 2 starting caliber quarterbacks on your team, you might as well get rid of one of them. You know what I mean? Like
for sure. But this is all you could get is a 2021 third-round pick and a conditional 2022 second.
What's the conditions?
If he plays 75% of the snaps.
So he gets injured or some shit, then
they don't get it.
They don't even get it.
Yep. He has to be healthy and play 75% of the
Boo.
snaps.
That was a trash move. Like, what do you think they should have got for him? A first-round starter.
So listen, he was
first-round draft pick and one of your starting defensive players.
He was the number 2 overall pick.
Damn.
Before he got hurt that one year. He was leading in the MVP race.
Was he playing for them whenever they went to the Super Bowl?
And they won it. he just got hurt, and their backup played through the playoffs, and his backup.
But he took him there, and then they won the ball.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
Yes.
Philly was lit. Yeah, Meek Mill playing in the background.
Right?
Yeah, it was crazy.
That offensive coordinator from that team did really, really good. They had a really good offense that year, Philly team.
Where are you at now?
He's the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bro.
So if there's anybody that can get him to play right,
listen,
it's that guy.
Keep your eyes on the Colts next year.
The Colts team around him is really fucking good. This is best case scenario for Carson. He went from a team that didn't give a shit about him, had no cap space, drafted his replacement, had no defense, had no receivers. His leading receiver was a goddamn practice squad guy. Okay? So they did him no favors.
He's about to go crazy.
And they trade him to the Colts, who has a top 5 offensive line, a top 5 defense,
and his old
coach.
Well, I ain't saying Super Bowl time or nothing for the Colts, you know what I mean? But
they're going to be able to compete in the AFC, though.
Fuck around
with the
and
Bills,
busy out there.
the Chiefs. They're going to compete.
Oh, the AFC is going to be crap.
Oh, the AFC is, for the next 10 years, the AFC is going to be it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Yep.
Yeah. That's nuts. I didn't know that about his coach.
And if you just look at, Carson Wentz, I just don't understand why he went for only a third. And then you have Matthew Stafford, who's older. He's 32 years old. He has not really done much in the playoffs either.
Facts.
Stafford. I know it's not his fault, but his team just never really went there.
All right.
And he went for 2 future first-round picks and a third-round pick.
Seriously?
So he went for a 2022 and a 2023 first-round pick and a third-round pick this year, which is 89th overall, plus Jared Goff, who was the Rams' old starter. So they got a starting quarterback, 2 first-round picks, and a third-round pick.
And then what do we have for Wentz? We got
a third.
A third this next season. A third-round pick.
Right now, for this coming draft.
Conditional second round the season after.
For next year, yep. I don't know. It just feels like for a starting quarterback, price-wise, they got hosed.
That's on them, though. You know what I mean?
That's on the Eagles.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, Indy, that was a come-up for Indy.
Right, absolutely.
Indy's going to be in a better place. Wentz is going to be in a better place. Everybody came up with the Eagles. I don't know what the fuck y'all were doing. Y'all dropped the ball, but,
for real.
Whatever.
And so here's my thing. Let's just roll right into that Matthew Stafford trade because that's next on the list. To trade 2 future ones, that's not just something small. That you're trading, that's a lot to give up.
2 first-round draft picks.
Right.
Facts. Oh, yeah.
They have not, the Rams have not had a first-round pick since 2016 or 2017.
Wow.
They've traded it away every year. They traded it away 1 or 2 first-round picks to move up to draft Jared Goff. They traded 2 first-round picks for Jalen Ramsey. Now they traded 2 first-round picks from here. It's going to be from 2016 to 2017 until 2024 before they have a first-round pick again.
Now,
so correct
me if I'm wrong, the Rams are the ones that had that game that I liked so much against Kansas City where they went off.
Yes, that was the young coach with the spiky hair.
They've been doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The Rams get busy. I fuck with the Rams.
Absolutely.
Goff was their starting quarterback.
Yep.
They got rid of him?
Yeah, they traded him to Detroit.
That was dumb as fuck.
But they're getting Matthew Stafford.
Stafford, where's he coming from?
Detroit. He's very, very, very good. They just never put a team around him. So this team sucked. But he was always good.
Better than Goff?
He's definitely better than Goff.
So
100%.
Because, at the end of the day...
It's so tough. It's like you gave up 2 first-round picks.
Team, you know what I mean? What are they going to do? Go out here and get some hot college kid and let him sit on the sidelines for a year to learn off of somebody? Or are they going to play?
But that's what you did with Jared Goff.
Yeah, but now they're getting rid of his ass for somebody better.
Right. So I don't know. It's just a different way of valuing your draft choices. And your free agency, right? A lot of teams would never trade away a first-round pick because... first-round picks are so valuable.
You're going out there getting
because it's easier to hit
top people.
Right. Yeah. You're getting people that are proven, that are good. But here's the flip side of that. A first-round draft pick, you don't have to pay much because he's on a rookie contract. If you trade your first-round draft pick for a guy who's already proven, now you have to pay him too.
That's a very good point.
So they traded for him.
Sometimes you got to pay, right?
Most times.
I'm talking about for a rookie contract. Like if you got like a LeBron
so it's like set
or something like that.
No, it's set.
So most legendary motherfucker in
Doesn't
college,
matter. It's set.
Come in, you ain't making more than this your first.
Yeah, your contract is pretty much set.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
And it's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say for them because they got such a good team anyway.
They definitely do.
If they were trash, then you could be like, yeah, that's dumb as fuck. You know
they definitely do. They definitely have a really good team.
Fire. Yeah,
really good team.
I fuck with them.
And they could potentially be only a quarterback away from being like
game
the team.
Yeah.
So, to me, a couple things. So the extra the second first-round pick was for two reasons. One, it was just to take Jared Goff and his contract because the Rams thought he was going to be really good and way overpaid him. So, like, they had to basically give the Lions a first-round pick just to take that contract.
Okay.
Just because of the salary cap, he's going to take up so much of it and not really give them enough back in return.
Makes sense.
So, for that...
What they pay is that?
It's bad. It's his cap hit is high.
That's crazy.
Like close to $40 million. He's like one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league. So for his contract, and then with Stafford on the Rams, he just won't. Because when you have Stafford, their team is going to be really good. Their team is already good, right? Because of that. Where you finish the last year is where you draft the next year, right?
Right.
So because the Rams are now going to be really good, and they already are good,
they're going to pick last.
They're going to pick lower in the draft, right?
Not last, but later.
Right. So a top 10 first-round pick is much more valuable than the 30th overall pick because it's 2 picks away from being a second round.
True story.
So when you're giving away the 30th pick. That's another reason why you got to give 2.
Right.
And the fact that you're taking on that contract that's crazy.
But if you're a first or a second round drafted player from college, you're elite. Because there's so many different positions. It's not like there's just 30 motherfuckers.
100%.
Right.
100%. You're really, really good.
You got the best lineman, you got the best fucking whatever. Kicker, whatever it is. So
right. You're really, really good if you're good in the first 2 rounds.
Because like who's going to pick first? The Jets or somebody?
It's the Jaguars.
Jaguars going to pick
and
first.
And then the Jets.
They're going to pick a quarterback probably,
Yep,
right?
they are. Trevor Lawrence,
Jets,
for sure.
They're going to go.
Right, quarterback.
Probably going to pick another quarterback. Then the third team might not need a quarterback. They might pick a wide receiver or some shit. But then that quarterback that was the third best quarterback is still sitting there.
Yep.
So the next couple of teams might fuck around and need a defensive player or some other shit.
Absolutely.
And that all-star fucking third-level quarterback might go like 9th.
Yeah, 9th or 10th, right.
Got you.
Yep.
Got you.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. So, 30th is low, but it's still going to get you some fire.
Absolutely.
Could get you a fire-ass person.
100%. So what does this mean for the draft? The good thing for the Lions is they have the 7th overall pick this year.
Lions 7th overall, period. Like the 7th overall pick in the draft.
In this year, yep.
Okay.
So a lot of people thought that the Lions were going to pick a quarterback.
But they got one. So now they can
now
get a
they
weapon
got Jared Goff, so they're definitely not picking a quarterback now. So that's good for them. Because now they have Goff, now they can kind of build around it.
So they can get somebody to throw that motherfucker to.
Or a lineman to protect him or whatever.
His ass. Right,
yep.
Right.
So that's really good.
That's fire.
Who would be there? Like Trey Lance, Mac Jones, Justin Fields, Zach Wilson would still be on the board because you figure of the first 7 teams, only probably 2 of those we're going to pick, 2 or maybe 3 we're going to pick a quarterback. So that's Lawrence and probably Fields. Okay. So then you still would have had Trey Lance, Mac Jones.
These is the college quarterback.
Zach Wilson, Justin Fields potentially.
Okay.
Those are like potential
all
starters, right? Who would have been there for the Lions. Now you have Jared Goff, so you don't need it.
You don't need it.
So what if another team does, right? Now you could trade back and move out of that 7th spot and acquire more picks because you don't need to draft that high to get your quarterback.
Player.
Right.
Like if there's somebody out there that's already lit, you could trade that pick for that player.
Absolutely.
And just be like, yeah, we want him. We'll give you a pick and whatever, something
right.
else or whatever.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
So that's huge to me for the Lions.
Next year, the Lions, we keep an eye on them next year now.
They could potentially turn this thing around. They could.
Some teams that just
in the next couple of years, because they're going to have this year. They're going to have, or next year they're going to have their 1st round pick plus the Rams' 1st round pick, and if they trade back from 7, they could get another 1st round pick next year. So they could have 3 1st round picks, and then the following year they're going to have their own. Plus that 2nd one that they got from the Rams.
So you got a quarterback that's already played a year with the team and knows the system.
Right.
You get a wide receiver, a fucking center, and a fucking running back.
Absolutely.
And then you have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Absolutely. And you could have 5. You could have 5 1st round picks in 2 years.
Wow.
I mean, talk about rebuilding your team.
Yeah,
if you can't rebuild your team off of that, then you suck.
Yeah, somebody needs to go sit the fuck down somewhere.
Right.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So that could really set them up.
Yeah, keep an eye on them. That's for damn sure. Always keep an eye on the Rams. I like the Rams.
Yep.
I like their coach. That little motherfucker.
Yeah, he's really good.
Scrappy ass animal. Youngest coach in the league.
I don't think anymore, but he used to be. He's one of the younger ones to go to a Super Bowl for sure.
He like our age, type
32
type shit.
He was like 34 when he got hired, so he might be like close to 40 now. He's under 40. Yeah,
that's dummy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then when you talk about the Rams too, like let's talk about the cons. Like what cons could there be for them, right? Pros and weigh this out.
Okay.
So like how much better does it really make them? They were already a playoff team. Yep. They won in the 1st round of the playoffs. They need O-line help. They have a great defense. But really they needed to help Jared Goff. That was like the thing. That's why they didn't win this year.
Right.
Was because they needed to put more around him. They just
still needs help.
It still needs help.
Right.
So what are they going to do with their O-line? They have no 1st round picks. He's not mobile. He can't run.
Okay.
So now you have to make an offense around him. Like I would say he's probably just as mobile as Jared Goff is, though.
Okay.
Maybe a little less, just because he's a little older.
Yeah.
But it's not like Jared Goff was a crazy scrambling quarterback.
No, definitely not.
So I just don't think, I don't know, man. For 2 1st round picks, like Matthew Stafford can't block for himself.
Right.
In the playoff game, the reason that the Rams lost is because Aaron Donald got hurt. Their best player. So like,
shouts out to Aaron Donald.
He's a beast.
Forgot that he plays there.
Pittsburgh guy.
God damn.
So Matthew Stafford isn't going to go play defensive tackle when Aaron Donald gets hurt.
Right.
So like, I don't know. You probably could have done something different with it, but the pros with McVay's like his ingenuity and just how clever he is and his systems that he makes. Like if he can make Jared Goff look good, he's probably like any throw you want to make. Matthew Stafford has the arm talent to make it.
Yeah.
So with how creative he is, I do expect their offense probably to be pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, I like coaches that are like that. I like coaches that aren't just your traditional drop back there, pass, run it a little bit, drop back there, pass. Like, let them fucking go crazy out there. Like,
and he does. He motions and he does everything.
Yeah, he's one of those coaches where, like, when you're sitting at home thinking about what you might have done in a situation, he's going to do that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
He's
like,
very innovative.
Yeah, he's going to do that shit. It's not going to be you sitting there and be like, oh, man, you got to play it safe. You know, I understand, but later on you might need that timeout. Like, nah, he's fuck the timeout. Let's fourth and
1, 4th and 2, whatever
Let's
he's
fucking
going for.
go for it.
Yep.
Like, yeah, we gotta try to win this game. That's like Andy Reid level type shit.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, that's that big alien brain shit. Like,
100%.
Andy Reid lets you go out there and have fun.
He's going for it with his backup fucking quarterback, and the Steelers didn't go for it with Ben. They punted. Bums.
Speaking of which, are we at that part of the segment?
Not yet.
We're gonna need to restart for that one.
So yeah, for sure. We gotta get the rest of these notes done in these 5 minutes, so we can.
5 minutes, run through them.
So Lions cons. The only thing I could really think of when I was making these notes was maybe lose a little bit of continuity from the team with some of the veterans who liked and who were like build a relationship with Matthew Stafford.
No, that's psychology of the game type shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You come in, bring me a new assistant manager at work. I'm like, who the
Right.
fuck is this dude?
Right.
Even if you're cool, it's just going to take me a little bit to get used to your shit. Right.
And now he's supposed to be their leader and all that stuff. Like it could play a part.
No, definitely will play a part. Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more on that. That's actually a big deal.
Yeah, right? It definitely is.
With a certain, like,
what if they don't like him?
Adapt and shit, but yeah, you got to actually fuck with somebody.
Right, yeah, what if they just don't like him?
Yeah, shit could be fucked.
So, and then, I mean, but other than that, I really couldn't think of anything else because when you keep the 7th overall pick this year, like, it probably wouldn't have shocked me very much if they could have built a package together for this trade where the Lions also then lost their 7th round pick. Like, I could have seen a scenario where then the Lions and the Rams switched 1st round picks this year, just because then for the next couple of years now they have the Rams 1st round pick. So like them keeping that 7th overall to me was big. Like if you were able to trade Matthew Stafford away and acquire 1st round picks and stay put where you were in the 1st round this year, that's huge because you were going to use that pick on a quarterback, like we said earlier.
What you mean whenever you said if you were to switch 1st round picks?
So
like their place in the when you get the pick, like it's both our 1st round, but I'm 3rd and you're 12th.
Exactly.
So we're gonna switch. You're gonna be 3rd. So
exactly.
Gotcha.
And then so like, what does this do to the actual QB market itself? So when I was writing these, Carson Wentz didn't get traded yet. Okay. So I wrote like, what does this do for Carson Wentz? What does this do to Deshaun Watson? Because at this time, Deshaun Watson really wanted out of Houston. He still does, but at that time, Houston didn't come out and say we're not trading him, so nobody knew what was going to happen. So could you imagine what Watson would go for? He's definitely head and shoulders better than Stafford.
Facts.
He set a record this year for the highest completion percentage in the history of the NFL in a year.
Really?
Yeah. So he's that good. I
gotta watch him some more.
He can run. He's fast. He can go everywhere.
He's a beast like
he
that.
can sling it like Mahomes anywhere you want to put it into a bucket.
They losing.
I mean, it was not his fault whatsoever. He's amazing.
Okay.
So I mean, really, if you're getting 2 1st-round picks, a starting quarterback, and a 3rd-round pick for fucking Matthew Stafford, I couldn't even imagine what the Texans could get for him. But here's the thing. We're in sales, right? So this is how my mind works. What is value, right? Like when you're talking about this.
That shit's in my Google search history
and
right now. That's the exact 3 words.
What is value?
I literally looked up the definition of value.
What is it? What is it? Because just because
it is
Stafford
is willing
to
give up.
Say it. What they're willing to pay, bro. Exactly.
For what, whatever you have, right?
So if I have a piece of shit car, right? Yeah. That was my grandmother's who passed away, and I say, man, this is my grandma's car. Yeah. I'd really like to get $5,000 for it. Yeah. And you come and say, that's great. I totally understand it's your grandma's car. Right. And we Kelly Blue Book it. Yeah. And the car's only worth $2,000, and you're only willing to pay $2,000. Guess what? I don't have a $5,000 car. No. Because you're only willing to pay $2,000 for it. No. So I have a $2,000 car.
Unless I buy that car and then sell it back to you in a couple of years, then you will have value saying
and
that's worth it to me.
Right.
Not to anybody else, but to you.
And this trade, they're not going to flip spots again 2-3 years from now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
This is done.
It's done. Right.
So I just don't know, like, and I've seen this all over national media, like, oh, Deshaun Watson would get 5 first-rounders. Like, nobody's going to pay for that.
Whatever the fuck somebody's going to give you.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's all about the value. Like, people have to remember that. Just because Matthew Stafford went for 2 future firsts doesn't mean Watson could go for more. Situation. Exactly. Right. It's just whatever somebody's willing to pay him.
That's solid right there.
Or to trade for him.
Yeah. Anybody listening right now, that was gems just dropped by Logue D. I like that.
Overall, I think the Rams got kind of snaked on this deal. I think they spent too much. When you give up 2 future firsts for a guy who's in his 30s, who has only 2 years left on his deal, and then you're going to have to reinvest into and repay.
Right.
Unless you win a Super Bowl over the next 2 years, this wasn't worth it.
Wasn't worth it.
Got 30 seconds. What do you think?
Hey, let's revisit it for another second or two whenever we get into the next segment, and then we'll move on from there because we got perfect. A lot of shit to speak about.
Yeah, we got a lot. We got some more to go through.
Oh, we do. We do. Welcome back's going to be a good welcome back for y'all. We're going to give you some content.
For sure.
Love it. Holla at your Cave Squad. What up?
We out.
Peace.